Hi, let's talk about trauma and how it affects your life and how it works. When you are living a stressful event, so when the stress is very high and intense, we will call it trauma, but the brain works in the same way. And I want to explain you how your brain works when there is a stressful event in your life. So first of all, you have to understand that your brain, your subconscious mind, wants you to be happy and to be safe. That's the only thing. And it doesn't care about if you are in a toxic environment you are used to be, because you grow up in such an environment. The brain then thinks, okay, this is what we know. We don't want it to change. She survived, so she knows how to do this. Let's keep it. No. You want, of course, to evolve. You have this drive from the inside to heal and to evolve. So there are these two forces inside of you for wanting to be out of this toxic inside or outside environment, of this stressful kind of being, and living in peace, inner peace. There's this yearning from inside where we know where we want to be. So how does it work? When there is a stressful event, then your body will be immediately ready for the three things, which you know: fight, fly, or freeze. Yeah. So what the body does, and this might be new for you, what the mind does, can't find my word today. It's taking a picture of this event, because the mind's job, as I already explained, is to have you happy and safe. So the mind needs to understand reality, and for understanding reality, it has all the senses of your body, and it will then take a picture, a print screen of the event. So, of course, first of all, you will have the reaction. It's like, okay, stress, what is the best option? And this goes very, very quickly. But at the same time, the mind is taking a screenshot. So the mind is having a screenshot of what you hear, what you feel, of what you see, of what you smell, all the senses, even the sixth sense. So even if you have just a feeling, an inner knowing something, even this will be this print screen, what the mind does. And then, this is the tricky part. What then happens is the mind has taken this picture and it's searching for the event to reoccur, so it can preserve you. As long as the mind did not understand that this is the past and it will never happen again, and this is where PTSD comes from, as long as this is not an understanding, it is there with the antenna. And these are antenna. So I'll give you an example. So for example, if you have a music, so let's see, there was this stressful event, and there was a special music during this accident or whatever it was, one music. And this perhaps happened in childhood. So you forgot about all these, and you don't remember, of course, the different music and things. You have forgotten about it. So now there is this music. And always when this music is playing, you feel like, oh, I don't understand. I don't like the music. I feel bad. This is the antenna from the music. Yeah, it's the antenna from what happened then, from the print screen, but you forgot about it. And so now you have to understand, with this stressful event, you have the antenna from your subconscious mind searching for the events which could be like that, and it's enough. It's just one trigger here. So if you have these triggers, then like the music, for example, it might be smell or something, then it's because this stressful event is still in your mind. It's still active. Your mind is still believing it can come back. It has to save you, preserve you from suffering from it, and make you ready to even fight or fly. So what it is, that then when there is this trigger, you immediately go in a sort of micro stress. So now imagine, this is where it's getting very interesting. You might not only have one of these events with all the antennas, you might have a second one. and another one, and another one. Can you see how you then evolve? You are then having like all these antennas. And this is hypervigilance. Then you will feel that you cannot sleep, that you're always tense, because there are all these triggers. So it depends on how many are active, and it can also be, this is the first event which happened, childhood for example, and then you replicate it. It's a second, it's just an echo. Looks like the same, but perhaps the antenna are slightly different. So what you want to do is that you then have this state of stress, intense stress all the time, which is not good for your health. And then at the end, when the body is always like stressed, and it's not random. It's not random. You interpreted your mind had an interpretation of the situation and a conclusion. He took a conclusion, and so then you have these blocking beliefs which are created at this point, but it's good for you at that moment because it's your understanding of the reality, but it becomes a blocking belief. So when your body is then stressed so often with the triggers, and you have so many then stress. It's like I would be doing this all the time. Can you imagine? I will have, it will start to hurt. I will have an injury. And this is exactly what happens with your body. When the stress is always in the same place, kind of somewhere, you will have a symptom. You will have a symptom. The symptom is not randomly just, okay, let's have a symptom here. It is a precise symptom. And this precise symptom is guiding us. If you understand, or we can understand with New German medicine, this is something I studied, and I can exactly ask you the questions to see where the original event was. And then, what we will do then, when we have found it, I'll help you in a hypnotic process to archive the antenna, to make the subconscious mind understand it's finished. It will not happen again. You don't have to be stressed all the time. So when this is then archived, there is no trigger any longer because the subconscious mind understands it's finished. And then the healing can happen because then we stop doing this. We stop. It's no longer zzz, yeah. It's no longer the stress on the different body part. And then the healing can start. And for the healing to start, there is a different process. I would have to make another video for this, so it's not too long here. But let me know, how does this resonate with you? You see the different hypervigilance. Does this make sense to you? That you have all these antennas because this is what your mind does to protect you. And of course, thank you. Thank you that it is working like this. And thank you for having the symptoms, because then I can go and see, and I can go and heal with the help of a therapist. Yes, you won't do this alone. You won't do this. You don't want to do this alone. Because if you want to do this alone, the only thing you are going to do is to re-traumatize yourself. Revisiting the event, you don't want to do this. You don't want. So if there is a process, which I use in neurosomatic release, there is the process to do this very safely, so I don't re-traumatize you. But your subconscious mind, and you feel it, my clients, they feel, yeah, you feel it, you feel it. This story is finished. Yes, and this gives so much relief. So if this makes sense to you, just put a comment here. Let's start a conversation about symptoms you have, or about where you can see these antennas. It's all done by the subconscious mind, so you might not be aware. But your body never lies. Your body talks. And we can listen and understand. And this is the point of this video. So I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. Let's have a chat. If you need help, just DM me so I can help you with that. Bye-bye.